The wind outside howled like a wounded animal scraping against the steel walls. Inside, the fortress was silent, too silent. My creation stood firm. 12-inch titanium doors, motion sensors, solar arrays, hydro tanks. Everything worked exactly as I designed. Everything except the feeling of being alive. Marcus's boots echoed down the hallway. "You still staring at the monitors, boss?" I didn't look away from the screens. They don't blink. "That's the point," he leaned on the table, grinning. "You built a damn miracle, Ethan. Food for years, clean water, power, hell, we could outlive the cockroaches." "Yeah," I muttered. "We will." He caught my tone. "You sound like that's a bad thing," I forced a smile. "Depends what's left to live for." He went quiet for a moment, then glanced at one of the outside cams. "Got movement at the south gate." My hand froze mid-click. "Raiders?" "No," he said slowly. "Refugees. 4, maybe 5. They're waving something white. Look half dead. Turn on the mic." The speakers crackled. A woman's voice came through, weak, trembling.
"Please, someone."
"We just need food." Something twisted in my gut. The tone, the rhythm. I knew it before my mind caught up. Marcus frowned. "You okay?" "You look like you've seen a ghost." I swallowed hard. "Say that again," I whispered toward the speaker. The voice came clearer this time. "Ethan, please." My world stopped breathing. That name, my name, coming from her mouth after all this time. Marcus blinked. "Wait, she knows you?" I pushed back from the desk. "Kill the mic." He hesitated. "Ethan," I said, "kill it." The sound cut off. My pulse thundered in the silence. I pressed my palms to the cold table. "She's here," I whispered. Marcus frowned. "Who?" I didn't answer right away. My throat felt raw. The last time I saw her, the sky was still blue, and she was walking away with another man. Clean clothes, fake promises, soft lies. "Lena," I said finally. His eyes widened.
"You mean that Lena?"
"The one who—" "Don't." My voice cracked sharper than I meant. He raised both hands. "All right. But if she's out there, she's not coming in," I said flatly. "Nobody does." Marcus folded his arms. "You sure about that?" "Because she looks half dead." "Then she found what she traded for," I muttered. "The world she chose." He stared at me for a long moment. "You really built this whole fortress just to keep her out, didn't you?" I looked at the metal walls, the blinking lights, the empty silence. Maybe he was right. Maybe the fortress wasn't protection. It was a grave I built while still breathing. Through the monitor, Lena lifted her face toward the camera. Even starving, I recognized her eyes. Once bright, now hollow. She mouthed something, just 2 words. "Forgive me." I turned away. "Cut the feed." Marcus hesitated. "You don't want to hear her out?" "No," I said quietly. She already said everything she needed to when she left. The lights hummed overhead. The fortress was safe again, but my heartbeat wasn't. "She's here," I whispered once more. "After all this time, she's really here." And for the first time since the world ended, I didn't feel safe at all. The gate camera flickered in black and white. Her face filled the screen, thin, dirty, hollow-eyed. I didn't breathe. "Open the external mic," I said. Marcus hesitated. "You sure?" "Do it," static crackled. "Lena," I said, my voice flat. "You shouldn't be here." She flinched like the sound burned. "Ethan, please. I just need one meal." Her voice was small, trembling. The last time I heard it, it was full of pride. Now it was begging. Marcus muttered behind me. "We can't feed everyone who knocks." I kept my eyes on her. "How long have you been out there?" 3 days, she whispered. "No food, no shelter." "Tara didn't make it." "Tara?" I asked. "She tried to steal from the wrong people," Lena said, looking down. Her voice broke.
"They left her on the road." I swallowed hard.
"You chose your side long ago." I was wrong. Her hands clutched the rusted bars. "I thought they'd protect me. I thought I'd survive." "You did," I said. "Until you didn't." Marcus touched my arm. "Ethan, this isn't good." "The others will see. They'll think anyone can just beg their way in." "I'm not asking to stay," Lena said quickly. "Just one meal. I'll leave after that, please." Her lips trembled as she spoke. I could see every bone in her face, every memory I tried to bury coming back through the static. "Why should I believe you?" I asked quietly. "You lied before." "I know," she said. "But I don't have anything left to lie for." Marcus folded his arms. "She's playing you." "They all do." I turned to him. You think I don't know that? He looked at me hard. Then prove it. I faced her again. You remember what you said to me when you left? Her eyes flickered. Don't, she whispered. Say it. I said you'd die poor, she murmured. And now? I asked. She met my gaze through the bars. Now I'd trade everything to die warm. The words hit me harder than I wanted. For a second, the fortress didn't feel safe anymore. It felt cruel. I stepped back. You can't stay, she grabbed the bars. Ethan, please, don't make me repeat myself. Her shoulders slumped. She let go slowly, her fingers sliding down the cold metal. Marcus reached for the control panel. You want me to shut the gate feed? Not yet, I said. Lena looked up at the camera again. You built this place to forget me, she said softly. But you can't. My chest tightened. I didn't answer. I turned away before she could see whatever expression was trying to break through. Marcus exhaled. You did the right thing. I didn't feel like I did. He added, she'll be gone by morning. The world takes care of itself. Yeah, I said quietly. It always does. Her voice echoed in my head long after the monitor went black. You built this place to forget me. But you can't, and she was right. I couldn't. The memory came back sharper than any blade. It was before the world fell apart, before the sirens, before the hunger. Back when I still believed love could survive greed, I stood in the rain outside her apartment, soaked to the bone. She stood in the doorway, suitcase in hand, eyes colder than the weather. Lena, don't do this, I said. You don't even know that man. He offered a place, she said. A real shelter. Food, safety, electricity. What can you offer, Ethan? Hope? I can offer honesty, I said. And someone who won't abandon you the second it gets hard. She laughed, short and cruel. That's not enough anymore. You'll regret it, I warned, stepping closer. When the world burns, you'll wish you stayed. She tilted her head. Then I'll burn in comfort. The corporate car waited behind her, gleaming under the streetlights. A man in a black coat stepped out, nodding politely like he'd already won. You'll die poor, she said, her voice flat. And I'm not dying with you. I wanted to scream, but the words caught somewhere between heartbreak and disbelief. I built everything for us, I whispered. The plans, the designs, She cut me off. You built a dream, Ethan. He built survival. And then she walked away, leaving me standing in the rain with nothing but blueprints and pride. The world ended 3 months later. The memory snapped away when Marcus dropped a ration can on the table. You're zoning out again, I rubbed my temples. Just thinking. About her? He asked. About mistakes, I said quietly. He smirked. Guess she found out who really survived, huh? I glared at him. Don't. What? You built the damn fortress. She's out there begging for scraps. That's karma, man. I picked up the can and slammed it back down. Karma doesn't feed anyone, Marcus shrugged. Maybe not, but it sure tastes good to watch. I didn't respond. I just stared at the concrete wall, remembering her face, the way she didn't look back that night. Ethan, Dr. Claire's voice broke the silence as she entered, carrying her clipboard. Marcus told me she's still near the gate. I exhaled slowly. Figures. You should talk to her, she said. Get some closure. Closure's not real, I muttered. It's something people say when they don't know what to fix. Claire set the clipboard down. It's not about fixing. It's about understanding. What's there to understand? I asked. She left. She chose comfort over me. Over everything, Claire met my eyes. And yet you're still thinking about her. That means she still has a hold on you. I'm not letting her in, I said. Did I say you should? Marcus chuckled. Doc's got a point. You either forgive her or let her rot out there. Doing both will tear you in half. I'm already torn, I said. Marcus shrugged again. Then make peace with one side of yourself. The survivor or the man she broke. I hated how quiet it got after that. The hum of the fortress lights filled the air, steady and cold. Claire spoke gently. You built this place to keep out the world. But some ghosts don't care about walls. Ghosts can starve like anyone else, I said. She studied me a moment longer. You sound more afraid of her than of the world outside. I didn't answer. Maybe she was right. Maybe I was afraid, because the world outside couldn't hurt me anymore. But Lena still could. I turned to the monitors again, her image flickering on the edge of the camera feed. She hadn't moved. I whispered to no one. You'll regret it, huh? I guess we both did. The knock came at midnight. 3 sharp taps against the outer gate. I froze mid-step, staring at the monitors. The motion sensor light blinked once. Then again, Marcus's voice came from behind me, groggy. Another stray? I zoomed in on the camera feed. My chest tightened. It's her. Again? He rubbed his eyes. Ethan, you said... I know what I said. Lena stood outside the fence, drenched in rain, shaking like she'd been carved from shadows. Her hair clung to her face, her lips pale and cracked. She looked smaller than I remembered, like the world had chewed her up and spit her out. I pressed the mic button. You shouldn't be here. She flinched at my voice. Hey, please, just listen. There's nothing left to say. There's everything left to say, she breathed. I'm dying, Ethan. The words hit like a punch. Marcus muttered, You let her in, she'll never leave. I hesitated, staring at her trembling hands. Open the side gate, I said finally. Marcus cursed under his breath. You're making a mistake. Maybe, I said, but it's mine to make. The metal gate groaned open. The storm pushed her in like it couldn't wait to get rid of her. She stumbled forward, soaking the floor. Lena's voice shook. I didn't come to stay. I came to trade? Trade? I asked coldly. She reached into her torn coat and pulled out something small, an old silver locket. It's all I have left. I stared at it. That's nothing. It's my mother's, she whispered. Please, Ethan, just one meal. I'll leave after. Marcus's voice was low. We're running short, too. I didn't look at him. Go back to sleep. He hesitated, then walked off, muttering, You'll regret this. The silence that followed was heavy. Only the sound of rain dripping from her hair filled the air. You shouldn't have come, I said quietly. I had nowhere else, she replied. No one else. You had someone once. Her eyes met mine. I lost him the day I walked away. The words stung more than I wanted to admit. I turned to the shelf, grabbed a sealed food pack, and tossed it on the table between us. There, take it. She stared at it, then at me. You're just giving it? I'm not a monster. She moved closer, her voice trembling. I can offer more if you want. I don't have much, but stop. I cut her off sharply. Don't finish that sentence. Tears welled up in her eyes. I'm sorry. Eat, I said. Then leave. She tore the package open with shaking hands. When she took the first bite, she started to cry. The sound of it cracked something in me I didn't know was still alive. Between sobs, she whispered, I used to think I'd never fall this low. I swallowed hard. The world pushed us all somewhere we never thought we'd go. For a long moment, neither of us spoke. The hum of the generator was the only witness. When she finished, she wiped her mouth and looked up. Thank you, she said softly. Even if you hate me, thank you. I don't hate you, I whispered. I just don't know who you are anymore. Her lips trembled. Neither do I. She left the locket on the table and walked toward the gate without another word. When the door shut behind her, I picked it up. It was warm from her hand. Inside was a faded photo, her smiling beside me before everything broke. I closed it and whispered to the empty room, Trade accepted. The first explosion rattled the steel walls before dawn. I jolted awake to Marcus yelling from the watchtower. They're here! Raiders, north wall. I grabbed my rifle and sprinted up the stairs. The night sky burned red from flares. Gunfire echoed through the rain. Jonas stumbled past me, bleeding from his shoulder. They blew the fence open. Get to cover, I shouted. Riley's voice cracked from behind the crates. What do we do? Stay down and don't make a sound. I ducked behind the barricade, firing 2 quick shots into the darkness. The raiders scattered, shouting orders to each other. Too organized, too precise. Marcus crawled beside me, his face streaked with soot. They knew exactly where to hit. Someone told them. That's impossible, I muttered, reloading. He pointed toward the storage tent. Check Lena's bag. The words hit me like a slap. What? Do it, Ethan. I didn't argue. I ran through the smoke and kicked open the flap. Inside, Lena's bag lay half buried under blankets. I yanked it open, rations, water bottles, and a small rusted radio still blinking red. I turned the dial. Static, then voices, target inside. North entrance compromised. Move on, signal! My chest tightened. I froze, gripping the radio like it might explode. Marcus burst in, breathless. You found something? I just stared at the device. It's tuned to their channel. He went pale. She led them here! No, I whispered, shaking my head. No, she wouldn't. She would, he shouted.
You saw the signs!
The noise outside grew louder. Screams, gunfire, metal tearing apart. I stepped out into the chaos, scanning for her. Lena! She appeared near the gate, crouched behind a crate, clutching her side. Ethan, don't, I snapped. Tell me you didn't. Her eyes darted away. Rain dripped from her lashes. I didn't mean, don't lie to me. I raised the radio. They were using your signal. I just wanted safety, she whispered. They said no one would get hurt. I thought they'd take supplies, not... Jonas screamed somewhere behind us. I turned too late. He was down, blood pooling beneath him. Marcus shouted from the wall, "They're breaching the south gate." I turned back to her, my pulse hammering. You brought them here, her lips trembled. I didn't know they'd kill anyone. You didn't think, I yelled. You just traded us for another chance at survival. Tears cut lines through the dirt on her cheeks. You think I wanted this? I don't care what you wanted. My hand shook as I aimed the gun at her. The weight of it felt unbearable. I trusted you once. Once was enough. The rain drowned everything. The gunfire, the screams, even Marcus shouting my name. Lena stared at me, chest rising and falling fast. Do it, she whispered. You'll feel better. I tightened my grip. The trigger brushed against my finger, but I couldn't. I lowered the gun slowly. No, I said. Killing you won't fix what you already broke. She exhaled shakily. Then what happens now? Before I could answer, another explosion shook the ground. The fortress lights went dark. Marcus's voice came through the smoke. We're losing it, Ethan. I looked at her one last time. Then we lose it together. The walls groaned as fire climbed the metal beams. Somewhere beyond the smoke, the raiders cheered, and for the second time I realized Lena's silence was louder than any scream. The smoke hadn't even cleared when Marcus slammed the table. Half our food's gone, Ethan, half! You still think she deserves to live? Dr. Claire flinched at his tone. We can't make decisions like this in rage. Rage, he barked. We lost people. Jonas is dead! All because you let her stay. I rubbed my temples, trying to drown out the echo of gunfire still ringing in my head. Enough. Riley sat on the floor, knees to her chest. Why do people hurt the ones who save them? She asked quietly. No one answered. Marcus pointed at the storage room.
She's in there.
You should see her face before you decide. She doesn't even look sorry. I stood, heart pounding. She's chained. That's enough for now, he grabbed my arm. You're still protecting her. I'm protecting what's left of our humanity. He laughed bitterly. Humanity died the day she opened that gate. Dr. Claire stepped between us. Marcus, go check the perimeter, now. He hesitated, then stormed out, cursing under his breath. Silence filled the room again, heavy and suffocating. Claire looked at me softly. You need rest. I can't rest, I murmured. Not after this. She nodded, understanding. Then at least talk to her. Maybe it'll stop eating you alive. I wanted to tell her I'd rather face the raiders again than face Lena, but I just walked to the storage room instead. The dim light flickered above her. She sat on the cold floor, wrists bound by a length of wire. When she looked up, her voice broke. Ethan, don't. I leaned against the wall, keeping my distance. Just don't. I didn't think they'd kill anyone, she whispered. You thought you'd survive, I cut in. That's all anyone thinks about now. Her eyes glistened. I'm sorry. I don't want your apologies. Then what do you want? I want to not feel this, I said quietly. I want to stop caring, she closed her eyes. You built this place to forget me, but you couldn't. Her words twisted like a knife. I turned away. You think I built these walls for you? I built them to keep people like you out. Then why didn't you shoot me? I didn't answer. The silence between us grew unbearable. She spoke again, softer now. Do you still hate me? I let out a bitter laugh. I wish I did. Hate's easier than whatever this is. She started to cry then, small trembling sobs that filled the cracks in the silence. I loved you once. Don't, I said. Don't make this harder. I'm not lying. You lied before. Her voice dropped to a whisper. I was scared. I looked at her, at the bruises, the hollow eyes, the broken thing she'd become. We all were. I said. Outside, I heard Marcus shouting orders, metal scraping, the fortress being patched with what little we had left. Claire entered quietly behind me. Ethan, it's time. For what? To choose what kind of leader you are. I stared at Lena one last time. She couldn't meet my eyes. Lock her up for now, I said. Marcus would hate me for it. Claire would pity me. Riley would never understand, but me? I just felt hollow, because the cruelest part wasn't that she betrayed us. It was that somewhere inside me I still loved her. The alarm blared just before dawn. Marcus burst into the room panting. They're back, Owen's men. My stomach dropped. How many? Too many. He loaded his rifle. And he's not here for food this time. Outside, the air reeked of smoke and dust. Owen stood beyond the gate, his voice booming. Ethan, we came for the girl! Lena's eyes widened. No, please, I stared at her. You knew they'd come. She shook her head, trembling. I told them I'd give supplies if they spared us. I didn't think. You didn't think, I hissed. You never do. Owen laughed, gun raised. She's out of favors. Hand her over and we walk away. I stepped forward. No deal. His grin faded. Then you all die for her mistake. The first shot tore through the air. Marcus dove beside me, returning fire. Told you this woman would ruin us! Just shoot, I yelled. Bullets ripped into the walls. Jonas shouted from the tower. They're climbing the east side! Then his voice cut off mid-scream. Jonas! I shouted. But the only answer was gunfire. Marcus reloaded beside me, grimacing. He's gone. We're outnumbered. Lena crouched near the crates, crying. I didn't mean for this. I wanted to save us. By selling us out? Marcus snapped. You're poison, Lena. I fired back, jaw tight. Shut up and cover the gate. Owen's voice boomed again. Last chance, Ethan. Give her to me. I stepped into the open, rifle aimed. You'll have to kill me first, he smirked. Gladly. The explosion came from the left wall. Debris flew, smoke swallowing everything. Marcus shoved me down. Ethan, move! Pain seared through my shoulder as I hit the ground. I looked up, Owen's men pouring in. Marcus fired until his clip ran dry. A bullet caught him in the side. Go! He grunted. Marcus! He fell beside me, blood pooling. Don't waste it. I turned, aiming through the haze. Owen stepped forward, gun raised. You should have given her up. Before he pulled the trigger, Lena screamed and threw herself in front of me. The shot cracked through the air. Time froze. She collapsed against my chest, blood blooming through her shirt. Her breath came shallow. You were right, she whispered. I regret it. I caught her face in my hands. Don't talk. You'll be fine. Her eyes fluttered. I just wanted you to forgive me. The word caught in my throat. Lena, please. She smiled faintly, tears mixing with dust. It's okay. I can finally stop running. Her hand fell limp against my arm. Owen aimed again, but rage overtook grief. I fired, hitting him square in the chest. He fell without a sound. The gunfire faded. His men scattered, leaving only smoke, blood, and silence. I looked down at Lena, her face peaceful, almost like she was finally free. Marcus groaned nearby, barely alive, but all I could see was her. She betrayed me, I whispered. And still, she saved me. Claire's voice echoed faintly from the corridor. Ethan, are you okay? I couldn't answer. My arms tightened around what was left of her warmth. Maybe it was mercy, maybe punishment. Either way, she was gone. The wind whistled through the broken walls, carrying the smell of gunpowder and ashes. The fortress still stood, but everything inside it felt hollow. Riley's voice cracked as she shoveled dirt over the shallow grave. She didn't deserve this, she whispered. Marcus's blood still stained the ground near the gate. I didn't answer. I just watched the soil rise higher, each thud of dirt sounding like a heartbeat that wasn't mine anymore. Dr. Claire placed a trembling hand on Riley's shoulder. It's enough, she said softly. Riley looked at me, eyes red. You're not going to say anything? I swallowed the lump in my throat. What's left to say? She saved you, she said. After everything, she saved you. She also doomed us, I murmured. She was still human, Claire said. So were the people she got killed, I shot back. Jonas, Marcus, half our rations gone. The walls, Claire cut me off. The walls can be rebuilt. People can't. Her words sank into the silence like stones in water. Riley set the shovel down. "I'll get the markers," she said, and walked away. I stayed by the grave, staring at the mound of dirt. My voice came out rough. "You remember what I told you once, Lena? That someday you'd regret it?" I exhaled, shaking my head. Guess we both were right. Claire crouched beside me, her tone gentle. "Survival isn't just breathing, Ethan. It's remembering who you were before all this." "Before this?" I laughed bitterly. "Before this, I was naive enough to think love could outlast hunger." She didn't reply. The quiet stretched between us until only the wind spoke. Claire stood, brushing off her coat. "We'll need to ration what's left. And fix the wall before nightfall." "I'll handle it," I said without looking up. When she walked off, the silence returned, thick, heavy, absolute. I stared at the rough wooden cross Riley had hammered into the dirt. The letters were uneven. Lena, my hand brushed the grave. The soil was still warm from the sun. I closed my eyes and saw her again. The girl who laughed when we still had coffee, who danced barefoot in the rain, who left me for a promise that turned to dust. "Why'd you come back?" I whispered. "You could have stayed gone." The grave didn't answer. Only the wind did, dragging through the cracks of the fortress like a ghost's breath. Riley returned, holding a small piece of metal, a locket. "She had this," she said quietly, placing it beside the grave. "It has your picture in it." My chest tightened. "Keep it." "She wanted you to have it." I shook my head. "No, let her keep something of me this time." Riley nodded, her eyes soft. "You really loved her, didn't you?" "I don't even know what that means anymore." When she left, I knelt alone before the grave. My voice trembled as I whispered to the dirt. "You sold what you had left. I lost what I had left." Maybe that's fair. The wind carried my words away. And for the first time since the world ended, I let myself cry. Not for her, but for the man I used to be. The days blurred together after Lena's burial. The wind never stopped moaning through the cracks, and the silence felt heavier than the ruins outside. Marcus's room stayed untouched. Riley barely spoke. Claire rationed what little we had left, and I worked in silence, hammering, sealing, repairing. It felt mechanical, safe, empty. Then, one cold morning, someone knocked. 3 soft taps. Hesitant. Riley froze. "No one's come since..." She didn't finish. Claire looked at me. "You should check." I gripped my rifle and walked to the gate. The knocks came again, weaker this time. "Who's there?" I called out. A small voice answered. "Please, food." I hesitated, staring at the metal door that had kept death out and life in. My reflection looked back. Tired eyes, scarred hands, a man more fortress than flesh. "Ethan?" Riley whispered behind me. "It could be a trap, or a kid," Claire said softly. "Not everyone's out to kill us." I unlatched the first lock. The metal groaned. "Ethan," Riley warned. "Don't." I opened the gate. He couldn't have been older than 10. Dirt streaked his face, his clothes torn, ribs showing beneath a ragged shirt. He clutched an empty tin can like it was gold. "Please," he whispered, eyes wide. "Just one meal." My chest tightened. Lena's voice echoed in my memory. "Just one meal, Ethan." "Please," I exhaled slowly. "Come in," Riley's eyes widened. "You're letting him..." "Yes," I said. "Close the gate." The boy stepped inside, trembling. "I can work," he said quickly. "I can clean, fix things, anything." I crouched beside him. "You don't owe me work." "Just eat." Claire brought him a bowl of soup. He devoured it like a starving animal, tears mixing with every bite. Riley watched from the doorway. "You think he'll stay?" I looked at the boy, small and shaking, clutching the empty bowl. "If he wants to." Claire placed her hand on my shoulder. "You did the right thing." "I didn't do it to be right," I said. "Then why?" I stared at the gate. "Because I remember what it feels like to be on the other side," Riley whispered. "She'd be proud." I shook my head. "No, she'd laugh." "Say I finally learned." The boy looked up at me, hesitant. "Mister, will it be okay here?" I met his gaze. "It'll be better than out there." He smiled faintly, the kind of smile I hadn't seen in months. Night fell, and for the first time, the fortress didn't feel like a tomb. The lights flickered gently across the walls, soft and alive. I stood at the gate once more, staring into the endless dark beyond. The world hadn't changed. It never would. But maybe I had. I built a fortress to survive, I whispered. But to stay human, I had to open the door.